So this is the collective build platform, and the first step before we start building is to be a part of the collective itself. Now, to be a part of the collective, initially you will start by understanding and creating a profile for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the pre-filled versions of who I am. So I'm going to add my name, my email ID, my LinkedIn profile from where it's also going to source information, and my calendar link, which will showcase my availabilities at all points of time. I already have a write-up ready about my expertise, areas of expertise, and I'm mentioning that I'm building an ACI platform for product development, and that's my professional goal. And I'm looking for venture capitalists, investors, AI no-code builders, learning leads, and UX designers. Over here, I can choose and upload my file. I can also test my microphone and talk to this system and kind of reply as I need to. So can you tell me about your current role? So this is my current role, and tell me what drives you in the field. So again, I can say the same thing as maybe like I'm building the ACI platform. How do you see yourself contributing in the innovation industry? I would like to help people build their dreams easier. Um, at this point of time, it will ask you for your GDPR approval, your EU AI Act approval, and if I'd like to stay in touch in terms of the connections. At this point of time, it's going to ask me, am I looking for someone in particular, or do I want to just start building? Let's say I'm wanting to look for someone particular. So I mentioned that I'm looking for someone who in the ACI platform. So it tells me Dr. Sarah Shen, who's the head of AI research labs at this thing, Marcus and Alina, who's an AI education specialist at Learning Futures. I could reach out to them from the community. Now, if I start building, now in our building journey, we have three options. The first is to start from a work problem and understanding the context of the current company you're working for, what problem you might be facing, so on and so forth. The second is combining your skills and your passion to find a unique idea that you'd like to work on. And the third is you have an existing idea. Now, in the case of an example of Camilla, we had an existing idea. Let's start from that path. Now, this is how our platform kind of looks like. On the right side, it shows all the community experts, which keep changing as we keep going through our process. And these are the different phases: ideation, problem solving, solution, prototype, and business model. Each phase has about 4 to 10 agents which help you think, which have been trained on frameworks that they're recognized for. Now, for example, let's say in Kamila's example, the question that the AI is asking us, or a Socratic question it's asking us, is what problem are you most passionate about addressing? So let's say in her example, she wants to demystify the recycling laws. Who's most affected by this challenge? So in general, new immigrants and in the German population as a whole. What an ideal solution would look like: easy access and let's say direct solution, right? Now the next questions, let's just assume it's difficult to understand. What do you envision by this technology? The first option we have is to ask the AI question helper, which is another Socratic thinker, and you can say, can you give me examples of how this might look like, and it will give you examples of another questions or break down that question to help you think. But suppose this also doesn't help us, then we can reach out to other people who are currently at the same phase as you. So suppose Marcus is at the same phase, I can reach out to Marcus and say, do you know what envisioning technology here means? And ask them for help. And a message is sent to them. Um, Now, we'll go through this phase by phase, getting to know more about a solution, who we should solve it for. Even in the problem finding phase, we will look into problem identification, user insights, journey mapping, so on and so forth, but just through answering the questions that the Socratic agents are asking. Now, let's assume we are in the prototyping phase, and it's going to ask us what specific outcome do you want for your prototype. So let's say we are searching for a functional prototype what is our goal? I would say action and guidance both. So let's say action and guidance both. Which regions do you want to support? Let's say EU centric. So let's say EU centric. And now through the information it has from ideation, problem solving, solution, and now in prototype, it's saying Replit might be a good one, a Figma prototype might be even better one, and then custom development is another option. Let's say we say Replit, so it gives you a product setup. So according to Replit and how it understands best how to build in the platform, it will give you a step-by-step approach, which you can just copy and paste. So it will give you prompts that might work well for you. Um, Once all of this is done, imagine that we went through the business model, we had a look at the different types of business model that might be applicable for our solution, and then finally we go into a funding bit of it. Now in funding, it's asking us if you're looking for government grants, private investors, or EU programs. Let's say that we are particularly searching for EU programs, and we say it asks us what kind of a prototype do we have. The Replit has helped us build a working prototype. What are we searching for? Let's say we are looking for EU centric um, partners, and then it suggests us three different approaches: Horizon, EIC, and Accelerator. This will be according to the project we've built, about the product we've built, who might be giving us an application, and so on and so forth. Now, if we say EIC Accelerator, it will say these are the things that they need, and we can convert our all the data that we have into a product data, or we can export the PDF just to share it with them. Now, one more main thing that I wanted to show you is when we were in the funding phase, it's suggesting us Dr. Emma, who's in the EIC climate funding, Carlos, who's in green tech investment, and Priya, who works in sustainability grants. But when I was in the prototyping phase, then it was showing me sustainable UX design, green prototyping, environmental AI development professionals. When I was in the ideation phase, it was telling me environmental psychology, circular design, and so on and so forth. So you can always reach out to these people and have a chat with them. This is how the entire process would run, and how the platform would help a person to go from idea to funding and build a prototype meanwhile as well. So thank you.